Ladies and gentlemen, imitation polo shoes, ankle socks, ashy legs, khaki pants, and an aloha shirt with a hat that's made out of recycled bottles. What does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? A man who can't dress, or a person who is at today's Wow Fest Comic Fest here at the San Jose Convention Center. Some people call it Nerdicon, some people call it a geek fest. But one thing's for sure, the people here really enjoy themselves. They dress up like their favorite cartoon character. Some people dress up like their favorite movie character. And some, the ones that I like, dress up like their own video character. You're going to see that and more in today's WOW Festival here at the San Jose Convention Center. Hello, everyone. This is Eddie Hazzard at the WOW Festival at San Jose Convention Center. And we're here with Mr.
Frank Sirocco. Our vintage collectibles company is called Popbotics. We sell a range of collectibles and antiques. There is no real main focus as to what we specialize in, except maybe vintage toys. We particularly like toys from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, but we don't draw the line anywhere. We carry all sorts of stuff. You might find anything at our store, basically. Things like, Lost in Space.
My favorite show.
Robots, that kind of stuff, always big. Toys from the 80s have come into their own, and they're really popular right now. So Transformers, things like that are really, really popular these days.
If you had a chance to get an older item or an older toy, what is it that you want right now that you would think of? Right now you want?
King Zor, no doubt about it, hands down.
This is Eddie Hazzard here again at the San Jose Convention Center at the fabulous WOW Festival. I run across a good buddy of mine, Chris Mernon, a comic artist here. Chris, what do you got here? I see you're sketching a beautiful lady here. What are you writing out?
I'm doing a picture of Wonder Woman for this. These are these blank covers that come on the regular comics, and this guy is going to do a whole team picture, and he just wants me to do Wonder Woman. He gets other artists to do the other characters.
We have our 12
Chris, how did you get started in the business, Chris?
I got started by moving into an art studio with a bunch of other comic book artists. I got to meet a bunch of other artists, and I met some of the top people in the industry, and I just kind of soaked it in by osmosis.
So what advice would you give a young person coming out that's interested in writing comics or sketching, and that's all they do 24/7?
Just doing a lot of drawing and sketching, on your own. Some of the big companies will be at some of the big conventions, and they will review portfolios. Some people get hired right there, on the spot. What I did was I sent in Xerox copies like this size, comic book size, to the publishers, and got a lot of rejection letters. I felt that I was on the right track, and I was doing good artwork. Sorry about my phone. I got work with a smaller publisher. Actually, I was working with this publisher here, and then started sending samples of that to Marvel and DC. And I started getting work at DC and at Marvel. And I still was getting rejection letters from some of the editors at those same companies. So you never know. There's different opinions on what is good and what's not good.
So stay persistent is the idea, correct?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, just don't give up. If you're really passionate about it, or you publish your own. I mean, now there's more opportunities than ever to self-publish and on the internet. You can post your own work. There's lots of publishers out there just solely online.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. Good talking to you. There's going to be a lot of young kids coming out here coming up to you for information and stuff. And thank you for everything. Thank you, Chris. If you're afraid of ghosts, apparitions, people dressed up that are just crazy, possessed, these are the gentlemen that are going to help you out. Eric.
Yes, sir.
Dave?
Keith.
That's what I said, Keith. And you definitely are the new Ghostbusters. Okay, guys, tell me what we got going on here.
This is our custom Ecto one. It's for the San Francisco Bay Area. We are the Bay Area Ghostbusters. And this is what we travel around in and bust all the spooks, specters, and clean up the town.
Do the lights work up on there?
They do, actually, yes.
Can you guys turn the lights on?
Currently not at the moment. He's predisposed, taking care of some other ghosts.
So evidently, ghosts could run wild at the moment, and you guys couldn't protect me.
We could. The car couldn't.
Okay. Tell me about your weapon here. What's it called?
This is a particle thrower. It's a neutrino wand. This is what we use to actually bust the ghosts.
How long did it take you to put these weapons together?
Usually it varies, but this particular one took me a year to build.
Whoa, a year? Was you show us how it works?
Sure.
All right, well, let me get out the way.
Well, pretty much, it's this is an unlicensed nuclear accelerator, so
Well, don't point it at me. I mean, hey.
So you got your activate feature. This is what turns it on.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful.
So
Get out the way.
I think it's probably best that we don't use the intensify feature for insurance purposes in this building.
so.
Yeah. But it fires a particle stream and then helps us contain the ghosts, and then we trap them in this ghost trap right here.
Amazing.
And he goes off to our containment unit.
This is my neutrino wand. You can turn it on, and now it's ready to fire. Everybody stand back.
Stand back.
I will give a demonstration. You actually fire it.
Hey! Now that's what I call action.
And there you have it. That's what we do.
How long did it take you to put this one together?
About 3 months.
3 months, 1 year. I love it. Well, there you go. Eddie Hazzard here with the two Ghostbusters. These guys will protect you from the ghosts. Eddie Hazzard out. Eddie Hazzard here again with Doc.
Scott!
Good to meet you, Doc. How about this hat? I got this Back to the Future. Tell me about what we got going on here, Doc.
Wonderful, Eddie. Here's what we got. We got the DeLorean time machine from the reality series, The Fireball Run. Now, let me tell you what the Fireball Run is. 40 teams go on an 8-day, 2,500-mile mission-based journey across America, each team representing one of America's missing children.
Wow.
Very important because of the 7 seasons we filmed as a reality show, a live-action event with 48 million viewers, we have found 42 abducted kids, making us the world's largest child recovery program of our kind.
Amazing,
It's
Doc.
great.
Amazing, amazing.
And you can come out here to the San Jose Comic-Con right here, the big Wow Fest, and see this car while it's here today and tomorrow. Now, we do have a special guest that's going to join me tomorrow. A very good friend of mine, Don Fulalove's going to be here.
Oh.
You know Don as Mayor. I like the sound of that. Yes, Mayor Goldie Wilson will be here with me tomorrow. His show he's doing in Vegas right now with Claudia Wells, who
Beautiful.
played Jennifer Parker. Norman, she's with me. And so we wish them well in Vegas, and he'll fly out here.
Beautiful. My question is, how long did it take to put this car together?
You know, that's a good question. It was.
Oh, I'll have a good answer.
It was supposed to be about 7-8 months and take about $65,000. I was just the guy that wrote the checks, and it took about 2.5 years and about $150,000. So
Whoa.
way over budget, but we love it, and it's as screen accurate as nothing.
What is this going on here, Doc?
Well, we've got some capacitors here, and it's very important to understand one thing. You can touch this one on this side, and you can touch this one on this side, okay? And you have to do it very fast to take this one off and this one off. You just want to make sure you never go, oh!
Well, let's look.
Sorry about that. All right. Now, Doc was a inventor, and he did that with items that he found in his garage, probably in the military, because we see the ammo box. Now, the biggest misconception about the car is that it runs on trash once they get the Mr. Fusion on. No, it runs on gasoline. It always ran on gasoline. It's the Mr. Fusion that makes the flux capacitor hit 1.21 gigawatts, or a bolt of lightning, or plutonium, or a train. The bottom line is, Mr. Fusion is not a food processor. It is a Krupp's coffee grinder.
I see that. I'll get my cup ready. Let's go inside. Let's go inside the car. I like the alarm clock in there. You have all the latest in fusion and computerware, but you have an alarm clock.
Well, the thing about the alarm clock is Doc gives this to Marty and says, when it rings, hit the car. Had Marty have actually done what Doc did, he would have not traveled back in time, because if you remember, when the thing goes off, the car stalls. 11 seconds later, he gets the car running and then takes off. That meant he would have gotten to the bolt of lightning 11 seconds too early had he had done what Doc told him to.
Before we go, tell me a little more about your organization.
We're Team Time Car, Team 15. We're one of the representing teams of the Fireball Run. This year we're going to be going from Frisco, Texas to Independence, Missouri, starting September 26th. It is an 8-day, 2,000-mile journey in which each team, plus our film crews and everything, so about 65 teams will represent 65 kids, and each team will, including the production teams, will have 1,000 flyers to start with. Now, off the 7 seasons, like I said, we've located 42 kids, so we're hoping to raise that every year we do. And we generate anywhere from $45 to $55 million in mass media coverage. And I'm looking for a new sponsor for the Team Time Car. If you want to be plastered all over this car during the Fireball Run and get most of that coverage, because every city Fox News hits me, and the Corvettes are cool, Lamborghinis are cool, but let's face it, how often do you see this? So when we roll into town, those are cool cars, but I'm in every news media.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Paul. Good meeting you, and good luck on the run. And I'm going to look for you in the paper and hope you come in first.
Oh, I've come in first a few times.
Hello once again. We're here at the Wild Festival at the San Jose Convention Center, and we've met some of our own people from our own station, John and Misty, who have their own sci-fi. Misery, Miss Misery. I said Misty. I've had a little bit to drink since I've been here. Miss Missouri. Missouri. And they're from our station. John, you want to start us out first a little bit, buddy?
Sure, yeah. We're here featuring our new film, Monster of Golden Gate, which is for sale now. You check out MissMisery.net or LastStoryProductions.com for information on how to get this fine film. We also run, well, actually, here, let Miss Misery do all the talking.
Miss Misery, why don't you do all the talking? Come on.
I can't talk. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, MissMisery.net. You can go there and find more merchandise and DVDs of our TV show, Movie Massacre, not just Monster of Golden Gate. So we have a show on every Saturday night at 9 out of Chabot College on 27.
That's your favorite station.
Oh, yes, it
Absolutely.
is. And, you know, I was so amazed today, actually, at the con. Do you know how many people had come up saying that they love watching the show on that station?
No.
I maybe over 60, 70 people.
Whoa.
I was so shocked and surprised. I was like, oh, no, we got to make more shows, babe. I was like, whoa, we got to keep going. Yeah, so it's been a roller coaster ride. We're on season 6.
Right on.
Yeah.
We've got 4 brand new episodes coming up of it that we've been editing all week besides just shooting movies. It's been crazy. And, man, talk about fans out there. Awesome.
Tell me a little bit about your movie. How long did it take to from start writing and to finish?
Okay, so this started off as a short film in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. It started to be just a 10-minute, and then I decided, well, we're going to shoot some more footage, and it turned out just going and going. It took us about 4 months to shoot because I kept going to Los Angeles to shoot and be on set of other movies, so I would stop production and then go back. So basically, after we started shooting about 10-15 minutes of death scenes, I went home and said, we got to do a feature on this. This is going somewhere. Wrote out a script within about 10 hours.
Beautiful.
Started casting some more people, friends around me. Then started calling people, hey, you want to die in a movie? Cool, let's shoot tomorrow. Beautiful. So we just started shooting, editing, and it came out. And
Monster of Golden
Gate, and we did pre-orders for the show, and I've sold about 50 of these so far today, and it's only 2 o'clock. I'm running out.
Well, one of my main questions for you is a lot of the fans will, say the same question. Why are you referred to as Miss Misery?
Miss Misery is my favorite song, my favorite Elliott Smith song. So I decided to name myself Miss Misery because I was like, I need something catchy, something that's going to draw people. And there's nothing wrong with being miserable if I'm doing it to you. So there we go, Miss Misery.
And then about the movie, how long did it take you guys to get it done?
With editing, I shoot things a lot different. While I'm shooting the film, I edit as I go. Editing-wise, it took us about a good 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe a good month. Yeah. Because it was edit, burn, watch, write down the critiques. Edit, burn, watch, write down the critiques, then add the special effects and music. Watch that. Bam, we got it done. Exactly the way we wanted it.
How long? How many minutes is it?
It's about an hour and 5.
Wow.
Hour and 5 minutes, yeah.
Hour and 5 minutes.
Are you guys excited about this?
Very excited. So excited that I have fans coming up asking if they could die in the sequel.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm like, I guess we're
Sequel's
making a
being
sequel.
written. Yeah, it's being written
Start
as
writing
we speak.
it today, actually, at the con. It's going to take place in Pacifica, California next. I've
Which one?
actually had 2 Roku channels wanting to show it. I've had a film fest in Canada wanting it, one in the UK wanting it already. I'm sending this baby out this week, so
Yeah.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
thank you so much.
So we've been here with John and
Miss Misery.
Miss Misery. We're all here at the WOW Festival. If you didn't get them here and check them out, you're missing out. Eddie out with...
Uranus.
There you go. See you. Hello, this is Eddie Hazzard again. And if you've ever seen the movie Star Wars, who's the meanest person in there?
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader, correctly. This gentleman here was the man who wore the costume for Darth Vader, Mr. C. Andrew Nelson. Sir, it is a pleasure. Let me shake your hand.
Yeah, see,
Go there.
You shake my hand, and now you're on the dark side.
I'm on the dark side.
That's how it works, you know. So,
Well, that's where you make the most money.
yep.
So tell me, how did you wind up being Darth Vader in the movie? What happened?
I always like to tell people I was at the right place at the right time at the right height. I was working for Lucas already. I was a visual effects artist and animator. I worked for LucasArts for about 6 years and then followed that up with about 4 years at Industrial Light and Magic. But back in 1994, I was sitting at my desk at LucasArts, minding my own business, and my phone rings. And it's the head of public relations, and she doesn't even bother to say hello. She just says, "Hey, Andrew, how tall are you?"
Wow.
And I'm going, I'm 6'5". Why do you ask? And she was about 5'1". I figured she just wanted something down off a shelf.
There you go.
So then she asked me, "Do you have any acting experience?" And I said, "Yeah, about 20 years of film and theater and TV." And then she said, "Can you breathe for me?" And I went, "You mean like that?" I said, "Well, so what's the deal?" And they were looking for somebody to play Vader for a special charity event for Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. And so I tried on the costume. It fit. We did that one event, and I thought, wow, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Never going to happen again. I just thank God I had a chance to do it. But then they called me back for something else, and then something else, and something else. Wow. So now I've played Vader about 70 times.
Wow.
They tell me I've spent more time in the official Vader costume than anybody else, so I'm not going to argue with Lucasfilm over that. So, yeah.
Wow. So, what is your next project coming up right now? What are you working on?
Right now, I'm actually working on a couple of books. I've got a book that I'm working on that's going to be basically how to get a job as a digital artist, because there are a lot of resources, a lot of schools and things like that you can turn to find out information on how to create art, sure. How to be, a visual effects artist or an animator or create game art or something like that. But there's not a lot of resources on how to practically go out there and get a job.
That's very true.
And so that's why I'm going to try to fill the gap there with this book. So hopefully by the end of the year I'll have that done. And then I'm also working on a project that's just kind of in the beginning stages of kind of a comedy project. We'll see how that goes.
You're talking to a comedian.
There you go. Yeah, I know. We're all comedians. It's you're never an ex-comedian. There's no 12-step program to get over it. It's once a comedian, always a comedian.
Always a comedian.
Yeah, and I'm also I've kind of fallen into, oddly enough, everybody's got a hobby, and when you're working in visual effects and animation and acting and things like that, I mean, it's crazy business. There's a lot of pressure on you. I mean, at any moment, it feels like there's a multi-million-dollar project riding on your shoulders, waiting for you to finish your part of it. That's how it feels. The reality of it is, yeah. And that's a lot of pressure on you. And for me, the way I blow off, the steam and everything is, my hobby is freshwater tropical fish. Well, now somehow I've managed to fall into having a freshwater tropical fish channel on YouTube. I'm going to look for it. Yeah, it's called Aquatasy, if you want to check it out. Aquatasy. So I'm working on things like that. I just recently finished overseeing the visual effects for a film called Witness 11, which was about the House Un-American Activities Committee hearings during 1949. So we had to recreate the whole House chambers from that time period, and it was interesting. It was an interesting project. And of course, if you do your job properly as a visual effects artist for something like that, nobody notices you did anything at all. And we had to take 30 extras and make them look like a crowd of 300. We had to add in the old newsreel cameras and things like that, and the period lighting that didn't exist before, and stuff like that. So it was an interesting project to work on.
Let me hear you say, Eddie, I'm your father.
Eddie, I am your father.
Oh man, I'm in heaven now.
Do you have any projects related to Darth Vader coming out soon? Are you working on anything possibly that our viewers might be interested in?
Well, it's interesting because a lot of people ask, because of the new Star Wars films that are coming out and everything, are you going to be involved? And it's like, I always say, what is it that Yoda said? Always in motion is the future. So, I never know. And it's like, a long time ago, I gave up trying to predict the future on this sort of thing, because you think to yourself, there's never going to be another time, and, something comes up. So I never know. So we'll see what happens,
Who do we have in the picture here?
We've got, this is me as Darth Vader. We have Chewbacca here. We have an Ewok. And the funny thing is, if you look here, over in the audience, there's a woman dressed as Princess Leia that was sitting there.
Right on the edge.
Yeah. But this was back in '97. I was on the Oprah Winfrey Show. We were promoting the special edition re-release of Star Wars films. And we also had 3PO and R2 that were off over here to the side at that point. But Peter Mayhew was on there being interviewed by Oprah, Anthony Daniels, and George was there via satellite, and Billy D. Williams did an interview that was pre-recorded. But it was a lot of fun. It was Chicago in the dead of winter, of course.
A nice balmy 80 degrees, huh?
Oh, man, it was the coldest place I'd ever been in my life.
And windy.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure, man. I've watched you behind the mask and the costume and gone, if I get my hands on that guy. Oh, see? Now I did. Well, Andrew, it's been nice meeting you.
Okay.
Eddie Hazzard again.
Yep. Pleasure to meet you.
Been a pleasure. At the WOW Festival. Eddie Hazzard here at the WOW Festival here. And if you've ever watched Channel 20, creepy horror movies, I do, when I'm not watching Saturday Night Live, and tell you some of the best is interviewing right now. Sir, what is your name?
Weberly Rattencraft.
I watch you every week, and some of the questions that people ask you and you answer them are just bizarre. Who writes all those questions for you?
I do my own research, just go through the internet, checking out secret dark corners for hidden facts that have been forgotten and bringing them back out into the light to share with the world.
Well, I'm going to be watching you guys tonight, my friend, so Eddie Hazzard's going to be up there watching. What are some of the questions you're going to be asked tonight?
I don't even know what episode is on tonight, actually, so who knows? It'll be a surprise.
How did you guys get started?
Ballrock is the force behind the show. He wanted to bring back the old-time creepy creature feature type local horror host movies, and he did it on KOFY. He started off on the late nights at midnight, and then it became really popular. They moved it back to 11 o'clock. They brought in a factor at me to kind of adds a little factuality to the proceedings, along with the cave girls and everything else. So.
Cave girls are fantastic.
Everybody loves the cave girls.
Oh yeah, and the band. How did you get the band?
The Deadlies. I think we found the Deadlies. They just kind of came into the studio one time and said that they could rock us to a whole new level of awesomeness, and they did.
How long you been with the show?
About 2.5 years now. I came in toward the end of season 6, and they can't get rid of me.
Tell me about the video here.
These are videos, some of our favorite episodes. We've got Dr. Butcher, classic Italian zombie cannibal sleaze. We've got Naked Massacre, which was the one we just did at our live show last week at the Balboa Theater. Terrible movie, great host segments. This is the jewel of Creepy Coffee Movie Time, The Impossible Kid, starring Wang Wang, 2'9" Filipino martial arts expert as an Interpol agent who just goes around punching evil right in the balls.
I love that. I love that movie. We're going to wrap it up for right now. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I'm going to watch you tonight on TV, so you'll know that Eddie Hazzard, like Deuce of Hazzard, is watching you with my wife.
Thank you. It's good to know people are watching.
You take care. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the WOW Festival at the San Jose Convention Center. We got a few actors here from Star Wars. And what's your name, young man?
TV6568.
TV6568. And these gentlemen here don't talk, but they're pretty vicious here. How long did it take you to put your costume together?
About 1 month.
Wow, that's pretty good. And you gentlemen, how long did it take to put it together? You'll have to talk more. 3 months. I am very impressed with you guys here. This is amazing. That's just some of the stuff you'll see here at the WOW Comic Fest in San Jose Convention Center. Back here once again, and there's some regulars here at the WOW Festival. Your name is?
Anthony Messiano.
And you are?
Alyssa King.
And you are definitely the Joker. Excellent makeup, my friend.
Thank you.
How long have you been in the festival here?
Oh, well, this is my second year coming here. Came here last year the first time. And, yeah, dressed up both days, both times.
I love it. I mean, the outfit is just fantastic. How long have you been with the festival?
Oh, yeah, same time. We came here last year. It was our first year. I think it's a great con.
Yeah, I love Big WOW.
Yeah.
I really do like it.
So tell me about the short movie that you guys have produced.
Well, I put together, along with some filmmaker kind of friends of mine, I put together a Batman fan film. Basically a 30-minute film. It's on YouTube. You can find it at youtube.com/The Batman Chronicles 1. And what it is, it's sort of just a tribute to the Batman comics. A very simple kind of classic story about with a younger Bruce Wayne, a younger Joker.
Wow.
And it's sort of the first run-in of the two characters. And I played the Joker in it.
No.
Hey, it's nothing I ever intended to do originally, but I played the Joker in it and also just helped kind of, I was kind of on board as a creative producer, in essence, sort of just, I helped guide the look and feel of it a bit, which was something I was very big on from day one. I was like, this has to look and feel right. It has to have mood and atmosphere and stuff, and I think we really captured that.
You're also in the movie?
No, I'm not. I actually had nothing to do with the movie. I'm just a supporter.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the supporters. Where was it filmed? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Wonderfully supportive.
Where was it filmed?
New York.
Oh, jeez.
It looks like Gotham.
No.
Right? I mean, it is Gotham. Ask, Bob Kane. That's what it was based on.
How long did it take to film the movie?
The actual production wasn't very long. Pre-production, we had months and months and months planning and getting things together. Production itself was only a few weeks in June, and then post-production ended up getting delayed a bit, but finally got moving at full speed at the beginning of this year. And I ended up actually editing it and got it all finished and started putting it up online in April.
And what's the name of the movie again?
It's called The Batman Chronicles. It's a 30-minute short film that's cut up into 3 episodic segments, kind of like a comic book.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much. Nice meeting both of you, and I can't wait to see the movie, and look at all these people here waiting for you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, here at the WOW Festival, if you saw the movie Back to the Future, you saw one brother in the movie, and the one brother in the movie was Don Fully Love, who played Mayor Goldie Wilson in the movie. How do you do, sir? Pleasure to see you.
Well, the pleasure is mine.
What do you guys, what is your little platform here, your little show right here?
Opportunity to come out and meet the fans, do autographs, pictures and stuff like that, and give them the opportunity, to be in the car and have fun and cosplay Back to the Future.
And here's your picture. Who is your co-host right here?
That would be Mr. Crispin Glover. I'm sure everyone knows who he is. Played George McFly in Back to the Future. And that, of course, is me.
My question is, I'm a comic. Where was auditions? How did you find out of getting a part in this movie?
I had done a film called Scared Straight, Another Story. It was a CBS docudrama. And the casting people remembered me from that, and the role Goldie came up. So they introduced me to Bob Zemeckis. And we just sat down and talked, and he liked me, and he said, okay, you'll be Goldie. That's how it happened.
Is there a rumor they're going to bring the movie back? That's what I keep hearing.
There's always a rumor that they're going to bring the movie back. But I'm here to tell you, it ain't going to happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can bet money on there. Thank you, Don.
All right.
Nice talking to you.
All righty, take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the WOW Festival with Ryan Goff, who is looking like he's in The Walking Dead, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Actually, this is from a video game called Last of Us. It was sort of like the best-selling game of last year. And it's also similar to Walking Dead in that everything's kind of gone to hell, so it's 20 years after pretty much society's collapsed. That's why I'm a little dirty. I don't normally look like this. I normally, job interview worthy.
You look great, my friend. How long have you been with the WOW Festival here?
This is the second time I went, and it's twice the size. I think it's twice the attendees, and they're doing an amazing job. It looks great.
So how did you get involved in the festival here and up on the panel?
Actually, I've been costuming for about 15 years now. Wow. And I've known a lot of the good folks there for years. And, we each kind of go to these events. We kind of work together on projects, and we formed a lot of, good friendships and relationships over the years.
Beautiful. Any tips for people who want to get into costuming?
Just start. Just give it a chance. There's plenty of people that help. The internet's a wonderful resource. If you want to do it, you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. And what is your name?
My name is Abby Darkstar.
Abby, and what is your character here?
This is Shauna the She-Devil from the revamp of Frank Cho's Shauna the She-Devil from the Marvel title.
And I used to watch that. Let me tell you, it is fantastic. How long did it take you to put this costume together?
About 2 weeks of dedicated work. It's all hand-sewn, tundra hide, sheep leather, fully sculpted, and this is all handmade by myself and my husband.
You want to turn around a little bit so we can take a look at the costume? Fantastic. And how long have you been costuming?
I've been costuming since about 2007, 2008, but I've been in theater since I was in middle school, so I've always been in, costuming and making things.
Is there any advice you can give to people who are interested in costuming or coming to shows like this, of someone starting out?
Starting out, I would say, get involved with the community. There's a really great wealth of information out there, the Replica platform. On my own Facebook page, I have a list of resources, and on my website.
What would you like to give us the info?
Yes, that's Facebook.com, Abby Darkstar, or KABTIUM, which is KEABTIUM.com. I have a whole resources page of places people can go to learn techniques. But start small. Start with something you love, because you're going to spend a lot of time and money, and it's going to be a really fun work in progress.
Okay, my costume is Nerdy Man. What do you think?
I think you look comfortable, which I'm kind of jealous.
Well, thank you very much for taking time to talk to us, Abby, and we'll be looking for you.
Have a great day.
Hello, Eddie Hazzard here once again, and I came across these troopers here, and your name is?
Dan.
And your name?
Dustin.
Christian.
Frankie.
All right, guys, and tell me a little about who do you guys are as your costumes? Who are you guys?
We are fictional Ghost Recon from Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon.
Oh, yeah, so very good. And how long did it take you guys to put this together?
We actually play airsoft, so in a way, it took me about a year to get all of this.
And so do all you guys know each other?
Yes, we all know each other.
Do you guys hang out together?
No, this is actually our second time hanging out with these two today.
Okay, guys. Well, it's been nice interviewing you guys. Anything you'd like to say before I go?
We're awesome. Swag. YOLO, YOLO, YOLO.
PSA, please don't ever carry your airsoft guns in public. This is the right way to do it. Orange tip, mags ejected. Only do this in places that are secure. Do never carry them in public. Thank you.
Thank you for the PSA, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, guys. We're back here at the WOW Festival with one of the beautiful characters here. And what is your name?
I'm Kit Quinn.
Kit, and what is your character?
Today I'm dressed as Maleficent, but a Disney designer doll version of it from the movie Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, and how long have you been costuming?
I've been doing it since 2007. Comic-Con San Diego was my very first one.
Wow. And what got you involved?
I always did theater in high school. I had a lot of fun doing that. And then when I learned that you could still do it on the weekends and make it like Halloween, it just seemed like way too much fun. So I picked all my favorite characters from all the cartoons I grew up with and all the comic books I was reading and just kept going.
How long did it take you to make up this outfit here?
Today this took about 3-4 hours. It was at least 3 hours of makeup and then another hour of weaving my hair into this bunny ear cone thing, and then the costume itself with all the corsetry and leather. Takes a while.
Is there a website we can reach you?
Yeah, if you can find me on Twitter at Miss Kit Quinn, MISSKITQUINN, or on Facebook at facebook.com/Miss Kit Quinn.
Well, it's been nice interviewing, and I'm telling you, the outfit. Give us a turnaround in that outfit there. Nice Disney character. Oh, you got some fans here, Melissa. Well, it's been nice interviewing you, and you look fantastic. Anything you'd like to say in closing?
Hi, Mom. I know she's going to watch this.
See you later, Mom. We're here with Nicole. Nicole, what's your name?
Nicole.
What's your last name?
My name is Nicole Brune.
Nicole Brune. And tell us about, I understand you're the artist here.
Yes, I am. I am a pinup artist. I specialize in painting beautiful women.
There's nothing wrong with that. And how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been painting and stuff my whole life, but I've been professional at it for the past 6-7 years now.
Good.
This is my convention exclusive. I just released here at Big Wow this year.
Wow.
I have my 3 most popular star girls encompassed in this whole set. So you have Daddy's Little Princess, who's scruffy looking, and I'd Rather Kiss the Wookiee. My ideas actually come from me being a gigantic nerd my whole life.
Nothing wrong with that.
You know, I grew up being a geek and nerd, all that kind of stuff. I love comic books. I love sci-fi movies. Grew up watching Star Trek with my mom and Star Wars and all that stuff. So I've just been doing this my whole life.
How long does it take to make a drawing like this?
Generally, I have 2 different styles. I either do an oil painting, which generally takes me about 2 to 3 weeks, and then I also do pencil drawings, fully rendered them, and then I color them digitally in Photoshop.
Wow. My question, what advice would you give to someone who's starting out as an artist or wants to get involved in a Comic-Con like this?
My best advice I give them is just get out there and do it. Start drawing, draw what you want to draw what you love, draw what you're passionate about, and then just go to conventions and start doing it. Probably go and start talking to artists that you like, ask them questions and stuff so you can hone your skills and kind of figure out your own style. And then from there, get yourself a booth, get yourself a table in Artist Alley, put your work out there, start getting feedback. Feedback's really important. You want to know what the fans like. Fans are the most important.
Sure.
And then just keep going from there, keep growing.
How did you, what made you come up with this sketch here?
I actually came up with the title of it first. I thought it would be, like I said, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I thought, Some Like It Hot, that'd be pretty funny.
I don't recall that in Star Wars. I'm not familiar with that one.
Well, it's my artistic interpretation.
And it's a doggone good one, Cam.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So you come up with the title first and then the sketch?
In that case, yes. That I came up with the title first. Generally, I come up with the idea first, paint it, and then as I'm going, I'm like, this would be a good title for this, and I go from there.
Is there a website that one would like to get in touch with you or talk to you about some of your sketches or, like you were saying, getting involved?
Sure. You can find me at NicoleBrune.com. It's NicoleBrune.com.
I can't thank you enough. I love your sketches, especially that one. And it looks like they're kind of like pictures of yourself.
Yeah, I get that a lot, and it's not true. I swear it's not true. There's only one piece of me, but I have very beautiful friends. And I guess I pick friends that look like me.
I think so. I know it's not me, though, but if we were in a lineup, I would have to say that looks like you, Kim.
Oh, thank you very, very much.
We've been here talking to Kim, and if you want to get in touch with her, she's just giving you websites and email address to get in touch with her, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
And your drawings are just off the hook.
Thank you, sir.
Continued success.
Thank you very much.
At the WOW Festival, I ran into 2 beautiful people, 2 nice characters, and your name is?
My name is Alex, and I'm cosplaying as Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed 4.
I love it, and your name is?
My name is Sam, and I'm dressed as Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones.
Oh, this is fantastic, and your name is? Pretty good. That's my wife's favorite show is Game of Thrones. Don't get me started. How long have you been costuming?
We actually did this about a year ago. A little over a year ago was when we started cosplaying at the WonderCon convention.
Yeah.
In Anaheim.
What was that?
In Anaheim, at the Anaheim Convention Center.
Cool. And what did you go? You're sitting on the couch and going, I could put on a tuxedo or I could dress like this. What was the point where you went, I'm just going to go out there and do it?
Well, it was actually, she builds all of our costumes, and she did some for Halloween, just for fun. And we were just at friends' houses and parties and things like that. And they're like, you guys are really good. You guys should, go to like these conventions. And we were like, okay.
Sure.
Yeah, so we did. And then we totally fell in love with just the people and the culture and
Meet amazing people, and that's what I think it's all about, is you get to instantly connect with people who like love the same stuff you love, and that's what's so great about it.
And so how long have you been dressing up?
Same thing, about a year. We've both been cosplaying for about a year.
You're great. I mean, this is my favorite. And what do you call him? What's his name?
Drogon, and he's actually made out of wire and clay. So I sculpted all of this, and then like the wings is wire and masking tape.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so then I'm able to, and then there's a cable, so I'm able to like manipulate him down here, and then I can control like his wing and stuff like that.
Wow. Can you get him to smoke a pipe?
Maybe not here, but.
Do you have one?
Oh, no, I don't. Not on me though.
Well, you can't breathe fire, so
It is so nice to talk to both of you. And is there any advice you'd like to give people who want to get involved in costuming or coming to events like this?
just have fun. I mean, it's all about just finding something you love and finding other people who love it and talking about it. And everyone in these places are very supportive and really nice people.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. It's having fun and just coming to a place and just celebrating what it is that you love.
And before I go, how long did it take you to build this character there?
Maybe about 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Wow. Hey, all right. Well, I would love to give him a high five, but I guess he's stuck there. It's been a pleasure talking to both of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you both.
Thank you very much. We're here at the convention again with
Nicole Marie Jean.
And Nicole Marie Jean. I love the body outfit. And what is your character here?
I am the Adam Hughes version of Catwoman.
And a doggone good Catwoman.
Thank you.
Could you turn around a little bit so we can see the whole costume? Amazing. Amazing. And my question, how long have you been costuming?
3 years.
And what got you involved in costuming?
I discovered cosplay in 2010. I fell in love with the idea of bringing art and the fandom together.
Beautiful. And one day you're sitting down and you just went, I'm going to do it, or you just went, I'm going to, or did you just jump in at once or hesitate, or how'd you do it?
I jumped right in and I became obsessed with it. It's been an addiction since.
That's what I've heard. Now tell me about the pictures here, the different characters you have down here.
I've done about 48 costumes in the past 3 years. I have done Namor. He is Marvel's first mutant, and so he's been around for a long time. He is sarcastic. He's witty. He's a ladies' man.
Oh, there we go.
He's also a very powerful character.
And tell me about this character here.
That is Harley Quinn.
Oh, yes.
So it's like a pinup version of Harley Quinn.
Oh, yes, very nice, very nice. Oh, and here we have something from almost like a scissor hands.
A little bit. It's Vincent Valentine from Final Fantasy VII. So one of my favorite video game characters.
Do you design these outfits, or someone design them for you?
I am the designer. They are based off of the characters already, but I do a lot of male characters, so I have to redesign them to fit the. Yep.
And what is this character here?
That's Bane from Dark Knight Rises.
Excellent, excellent. How long have you been designing costumes?
I've been doing it for 3 years, but I've been but I've been an artist since I was a child, so it was kind of easy to just transition into it.
You're comfortable with it, huh?
Yes.
Well, I can't say any more, and I love your artwork. You're very photogenic. And now, hold on, we got to get Ivy, right?
Yes, it's Ivy.
Ivy, hold on, I got to get this one up. Oh, those are great. And you designed this. That is, hold on, is this person? That is good. That is excellent. I'm just amazed. So is there a website we can reach if people want to talk to you?
The best place to find me is Facebook, so facebook.com/Nicole Marie Jean page.
Nicole, it's been a pleasure. You look great, and continued success. Nice talking to you, Catwoman. We're here with the popular and famous Vegas PC. Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, how did you get started in this?
I love wearing costumes, so any chance I could wear costumes, I totally took advantage of that. And it just so happened that I also love comic books and video games and all the other fun stuff. You mush the two together and you sort of automatically come up with cosplay.
So tell me about some of your costumes right here, about this one. This is a really good one here.
So I'm a huge fan of Power Girl. I really like Power Girl. I feel like she's my hero, and I try to embody the ideals that she possesses. So I do a lot of Power Girl cosplay and a lot of variants because I like her so much and I like a lot of other things. I sort of smush them together. So I've got a Red Sun Power Girl, a Mad Max Power Girl. I did a Pirate Power Girl, and I actually have a few more variants in the works. So.
I remember last year you had a different outfit on than you had this one, and it was really nice.
Thank you.
Where do you come up with the ideas? Just from the comic books?
Yeah, I definitely draw inspiration from the comic books, from movies, from video games. I've got a couple of video game costumes as well. Yeah, so just anything that I look at and I either identify with or I go, oh my God, that looks so amazing. I have to do that.
Yeah. My question I ask everyone out here, how did you get into costuming? When did you actually start costuming?
Actually, I probably have to say my mom got me into costuming. Really? One of my first costumes ever when I was about 3 years old, my mom made me an organ grinder's monkey. I had the little tin cup and the little red hat. It was the stinking cutest thing you've ever seen. I have the pictures to prove it. And that really started me. And she helped me. She made all my costumes for me when I was little. Amazing. And when I got old enough, I started making my own.
Right on, right on. So is there any advice you'd like to give to someone who's interested in costuming and getting involved in costuming?
Absolutely. I say if you're interested, do it. Don't be shy. Just do it. Find a character you like and go with it. Everybody should cosplay.
There you go. And where was your first place that you costume that you saw?
So probably I would have to say San Diego Comic-Con was one of my biggest ones. In 2008, I debuted my Power Girl.
Oh, right on. Yeah. And who does the haircuts here?
I have a variety of people that I like that give me haircuts, but when I did my Mad Max Power Girl and I shaved the sides of my head and I did the mohawk, I actually made my husband do that.
Right. It's good to get him involved. So before we go, is there a website or address that people want to get in touch with you they could contact you?
Yeah, I'm at Facebook, www.facebook.com/VegasPG Cosplay. I'm also on Instagram and Twitter, VegasPG.
Thank you so very much. Like I said, every time I come out here, I try to find you here, and it's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's a pleasure. You're fabulous, and I love your shirt.
Oh, well, thank you. That's from Hawaii.
It's looking nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back again at the WOW Festival. I met these beautiful 3 young ladies, and your name is?
Scarlett.
And your name?
Melissa LaRue. Maddie.
And what are you 3 ladies dressed as?
I'm just kind of a demon fairy. I just threw this together. This is pure bullshit.
I love it when you talk dirty.
I'm Pixie from X-Men.
Uh-huh.
Sexier version.
And you are?
I'm wearing a cape. This is my costume.
And so is this your first time coming out to the WOW convention?
No, we've been invited. I believe this is our second to fourth year. This is my second year. We are with Creepy Coffee Movie Time on Coffee 20. Yes. We are the Cave Girls, and once in a while they actually let us out of the cave.
I see you every week, actually. I miss Boldar, but Bullrock, is he back? Okay, I looked for him yesterday.
We are on Saturday nights at 11
Channel 20.
On Channel 20. And,
Local, just like you.
That's great. Where is No Name?
No Name is on house arrest.
That's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. So is there anywhere we can meet you ladies? Is there an email address or a website?
Yeah, we all have a Facebook. Mine's facebook.com at MaddieMorphosis.
Facebook.com at Melissa LaRue, L-A-R-O-U-E.
I love that, Melissa.
And Scarlett Nixie, Nixie.
And I love those ears.
Thank you.
Sorry. And also you can find Creepy Coffee Movie Time by searching us on Facebook.
All right, is there anything else in closing you'd like to say?
We're the demons with the mostest.
Rah.
Big wow.
And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Ladies, how do you like California?
I love it. Weather and food, you cannot go wrong.
And tell me about your costume here.
So we're dressed up as Sailor Mars and Sailor Mercury from Sailor Moon, and it's an old anime from '90s, I think, or so. And they're actually they're redoing it. They're doing a reboot, and they're also resubbing the old anime and stuff. So it's just one of the series we grew up with and we loved.
And how long have you been costuming?
I've been costuming for over 10 years. I started in high school, and
Wow.
yeah, I did it for Halloween. So, and it's just like it's such a great hobby because you can like learn a lot of skills, and you get to meet a lot of people, and you get to like dress up as cartoon characters. So you can't beat that.
And how long have you been costuming?
I'm only 21, so I started when I was 13. So it's been about 8 years or so. Yeah, I'm so old. We're all old, aren't we? Old souls.
And so are there any other characters you like dressing up as?
I'm really big into video games, so I love dressing up as video game characters. Like I want to work in the industry, and I have an internship at Blizzard this summer.
Beautiful.
So that's what I like to do. But anime is cool too. It's,
Anime is the best. So some of them are pretty risque, as one might say, some of the anime, and I love them.
Yeah, he's like, give me some boobies.
Give me some movies. And
I say that all the time.
my next question now.
To herself, give me some boobies.
Well, I got my eyes closed, so I don't want to look. But my question is, how can a person break into costuming? I'll ask you first, and then you second. How does a person break into it?
I wouldn't really use the verb break in. Like you just kind of do it, and it just kind of happens. Like literally, like you could buy a costume, that's cosplaying. You can make it. You could buy things and then alter them and make it. So it's as long as you're kind of dressing up as a character and emulating them in photos and stuff, like that's cosplay. So not too hard.
And then where do they go from there?
Basically, the key thing with cosplay is just have patience. Like, have patience to do the research, have patience if you're making everything yourself, or even if you're buying something looking for that perfect item. Just don't rush it. Have fun. It's extremely rewarding hobby, and I mean, you'll be completely addicted once you do. It's like Halloween, like all your
friend.
You have your ups and your downs when you do it, but when it's all done, you're like, it's totally worth it. Exactly. I don't remember the bad times.
Well, it's funny because we'll do like photo shoots in heels and like temperament weather. It's just awful. We're like, I hate myself. Why do I do this? So you look at the pictures, you're like, oh, that was fun.
You totally forget the bad times. Yeah.
Well, that's very nice. So a person or a lady breaking out, should they have a revealing costume or one like an old maid?
You can do whatever you want. Exactly. It's not me to tell them, hey, you got to do that. Do whatever you want.
If you're starting to cosplay, pick a character that you really like because you're investing your time and money into it. And it's sort of like you wearing a geeky T-shirt. You want to pick a character that you really
express your geekdom.
Yeah, a character that you love, or a character that has like attributes that you would like to have, and just it's a really like wholesome, sweet hobby. And yeah, the thing is like anybody can do it. You can start it at any point. It's for everybody.
Definitely.
And so how has the crowd been accepting both of you?
I mean, the crowd. You tell me, crowd. I'm kidding. It's been pretty. Everyone's been really cool. Everyone's super nice, and if they have questions, like we're always open to talk and tell people.
Beautiful.
When at these conventions, we have panels where we talk about cosplay, and people ask us questions, and it's like share the knowledge and the wealth, right?
Because here, both you ladies are pretty well known. Every time I come up here, there's a line, and you talk about no crowds here, and that's pretty
Why are
good.
those people there? Why are they?
So where can we, if we want to get in contact with both you ladies, is there, I'll start with you first, Monica, and an email or Facebook address?
Hi, well, I'm Monica Lee, Monica with a K. You can just Google me, and I'm on the internet. So short and sweet.
Short and sweet, lady.
You can just Google Riddle or Riddle's Messy Wardrobe. That's not my name, that's my residence. And you can totally find my cosplay stuff. And I run a charity group as well called Cosplay for a Cause. And we're working on a project for the Wildlife Conservation Society. And Monica's part of it. It's a calendar with superheroes and animals. So I'm really excited.
Well, my last question, both you ladies are from Georgia, right?
Yeah.
How come no peaches you ladies brought?
No peaches.
Georgia peach?
I got my shrimp and grits.
Oh, I love that. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to both of you. You've been very personable, Monica, and very personable with you. And there you got it, back here at the WOW Convention.
You're watching Comcast 27 Chabot TV.
I'm here at the WOW Convention with one of the most famous, popular ladies here. You want to see a Wonder Woman, you're looking right at her. Give it for Miss Valerie Perez. Valerie, it's very good meeting you. My question is, how did you get started in cosplay?
Laura Croft got me into cosplaying. I was a big fan. They were having look-alike contests online, and I thought, I can do that. We have the same fashion aesthetic. I loved her, so she kind of got me out of my shell. It was a little easier. It wasn't quite so fantastic, shorts, boots, and, out in the country. And I did well. I enjoyed it. Talked to some other lawyers online, and they were talking about going to some place called Comic-Con, where they would all go dressed up. And I thought, someplace I can wear my Laura Gear, that sounds great. I went to Comic-Con, and that was it for me. I just fell right in with all the creativity and the sharing over favorite mythos, and I eventually worked my way up to my all-time favorite character, Wonder Woman.
Oh, it's a wonder.
Thank you. This is my third version. I've been working on it for years. Now it's actual armor.
Can you turn around? Let's see the whole outfit there. Oh, that is just amazing, Valerie. What was your first character when you came out to when you first come out to cosplay?
First character was Lara Croft. Tomb Raider.
What made you choose her?
I really admired the character, I identified with her lone wolf ways and being also a great intellect as well as physically active. And to me, it just inspired me the best I can be. And, well, she was someone who can really do.
Okay.
And I wanted to be that person because I kind of lived in my head being the geek that I was. And like I said, it got me out of my shell, got me to talking to people. I matured. You might say my balls dropped, and I wasn't afraid of networking. And
I wish mine would drop. So tell me, so was this eventually what you wanted to become, Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman was my first comic book idol. I was about 7, and I saw George Perez's beautiful montage cover when he rebooted, and it had my name, Perez, and he drew her just like my mom, and I thought this book was made just for me. And I was raised by my mother and her 8 sisters, so to have all these Amazons put all their knowledge and talent into this one little girl and inspire with this great sense of purpose just blew my mind. And ultimately, I would want to be Wonder Woman, but I didn't think I was worthy to touch the tiara at first. But going to Comic-Con in 2007, I didn't see any Wonder Women on the floor, and I thought that was an even greater travesty. So yes, to be the best Wonder Woman I can be is the pinnacle of where I want to go.
And one question, where did you get your outfit, or who made your outfit?
Like I said, this is my third version. I've been working on different templates. I've had a different seamstress work on the leather bodice, the leather corset. It's one piece. It's kind of like a Playboy suit. Tony Swat and Sword and Stone has made my armor. I'm afraid the Armenian family who worked on my boots, they're no longer in business anymore.
No, come on.
No, they're not.
Oh, my goodness.
So some of this you won't see again.
Well, I hope I'll see it all the time. So, is there an email address or website we can reach you?
You can find me at valerieperez.com. Also, I'm official Valerie Perez on Facebook.com. And, there's a lot of Valerie Perez's out here, but I'm the only one wearing Wonder Woman tiara. So if you just search for Wonder Woman Valerie, you'll find me.
All right, Ms. VP, it's been a pleasure talking to you and looking at you, and much success.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm back at the WOW Festival here. I'm here with...
Hi, I'm Diana. Nice to meet you.
And Diana, what is your costume that you have here?
Today I'm Lana Kane from Archer.
Wow. And how long have you been costuming?
This is my first year, actually.
And how do you like it?
My anniversary.
I don't believe that.
Yeah, it's my anniversary.
And what got you into costuming?
Oh, I really like to cosplay, and I do it with a character that I really love. My first one was a Storm last year. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And I love that accent. And where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
I don't believe that.
Same city as Shakira, yeah.
Well, then both of you have something in common.
Yeah, our hips don't lie.
Okay, let me see you turn around. Let me see your outfit there. That is just, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not at the WOW Festival, this is what you're missing. And you carry 2 pistols here.
Yeah. You never know, right? Yeah. Just in case.
When I'm looking for protection, you're the first person I'm going to talk to. Well, thank you for talking to us. It's been, I like you too, and it's been nice interviewing you today.
Thank you so much. You can find me on Facebook as Diana Wow.
Okay, one more time.
Diana Wow. Diana Wow, actually, in English.
Yeah, well, we're going to be looking for you. Thank you, Diana.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the WOW Festival, I'm at the one, the only, the man who started Creature Feature, the fabulous John Stanley.
Well, I'm sorry to report I had to also end the Creature Features.
No.
After 6 years, there was a station manager at KTVU Channel 2 in Oakland. He didn't like the modern horror films because they were too bloody and gory.
That's crazy.
And these movies were starting to come to television. And so in 1984, he made the decision to close down the show, which I realized in retrospect was probably a big mistake. And I wish we could have gone on from there. But times change. Nothing, no matter how good it is going to last forever.
Well, there's a resurgence coming back, and we need guys like you, because when I was a little man, I used to watch your show and couldn't sleep at night.
Well, now I might put you to sleep every night if you had me doing that show again. I'm not sure.
Well, I do suffer from insomnia. So, my question: how did it all start? How did it begin? What were you sitting in your bed or your living room having a drink and just went, here, I'm going to start a show?
It really began with Bob Wilkins in Sacramento. And there was an executive named Tom Breen who worked at Channel 3. KCRA was a NBC affiliate station. And Bob started playing some of the syndicated movies the station had late at night. That was very successful. And Bob continued to do that for a few years. Meanwhile, Tom Breen got a job offer to come to Channel 2 in Oakland as program director. So when he arrived, he started thinking about his friend Bob Wilkins back in Sacramento and thought maybe I could bring Bob to the Bay Area and not do a late night show, but do a prime time show at 9 o'clock. So the first Creature Feature shows were at 9 o'clock in prime time, fighting against NBC, ABC, CBS, and they would, of course, have popular programs. Well, Bob did very well. He more than stood up for himself with these shows, and thus it was that the show became very, very popular. I took it over when he kind of overworked himself. He had the Saturday night Creature Feature show. He had another show like it in Sacramento he had to do every week. And he also was playing Captain Cosmic 5 days a week. So it was really a little too much work for him, and he decided to step down from some of those jobs. And fortunately, I was able to help him out and take it over. So the show lasted 14 years.
Yes, it did.
And was an extremely popular show. In retrospect, I wish I had done some things differently, maybe not given it up so easily.
Sure.
Tried to fight back against the executives who ran the station.
I was one of the biggest viewers.
Okay, well, and you're still sane. That's the remarkable part about it all.
I am still sane.
Well, I've had a wonderful time. I was working full-time at the Chronicle as an entertainment writer, and that continued for 9 years. Then I became a elder hostel instructor for a company that became the most heavily attended in America.
Which was that?
Bay Area Classic Learning.
Wow.
We were in Tiburon Lodge. That we would draw 100 people a week. And I specialized in entertainment programs, histories of movies, television, Frank Sinatra's story, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby on the road again. And the audiences seemed to enjoy them, and I kept doing them. I've kind of slowed down now, and I'm retired, but I have some new projects.
Good.
I have 3 Creature Feature documentaries I hope to get working on very soon.
Beautiful.
So next year, I hope to have some of those done.
What can I say? I'm in awe because, like I said, when I was a kid, my brother and I used to watch you religiously. There was a thing.
Amen to that.
Yes. Well, there used to be a show called Thrillers. Used to come on that, and that used to keep me up at night. And then I'd watch your Creature Feature and just go, why even sleep at all?
One of the wonderful things about creature features, when we look back upon that era of television, there was no such thing as a VCR.
Very true.
You couldn't fake it. You were either home to watch it or you didn't see it.
That's very true.
So it became a very personalized viewing experience, often with mom and dad, brother and sister, whatever the situation was, a boyfriend, girlfriend. And it became something you look forward to on Saturday nights. And so you stayed home to see it. Because if you went out to a movie, you were going to miss it.
That's correct.
So it's very nostalgic and it's very, very personal.
One question I want to ask you that's on my mind. Of the old horror films, which one did you like that stays in your mind that you thought was a really nice one? And of the modern horror films, which one do you think that is pretty good that would hold up?
The importance of film often depends on your age. And in the case of what is my favorite horror film, one of the very first that had an incredible impact on me was The Thing from Another World. Now, that was because of the music by Miklos, was it Miklos Rozsa? Wait a minute. Dmitri Tiomkin, I'm sorry. The music score was very eerie with the theremin, a musical device. The monster, it was scary, particularly when you're 10 or 11 years old.
I was young.
Maybe it has a different effect as you grow older. So as a young person, I would say The Thing from Another World and The Day the Earth Stood Still had a tremendous effect. Then for more modern films, I'll never forget the first time I saw Alien.
Yes.
I was just starting out in creature features, and I thought this is a new kind of horror / science fiction movie, blending elements of both genre together in a whole new way, original, unique way. And so that would be the film that had its greatest impact when I'm a little older and, look at things a little bit differently.
So would you like to direct a horror film?
Well, I did.
Which one?
In 1973, I raised the money to make a film called Nightmare in Blood. We shot a good part of it at the Fox Theater in Oakland.
I know it well.
And the idea behind the film was to do a horror convention and depict elements of fandom. Like we had a character, Gary Arlington, who runs a comic book store. We had a mystery writer. We had a fashion designer for horror costumes. And we blended all of these characters together who are attending a horror convention. And the guest of honor is an actor from Hollywood who plays a certain vampire in each of his movies. Malachi the vampire, who turns out at some point in the movie to be a real vampire. He'll suck your blood right out of you.
Wow.
So it was kind of tongue-in-cheek, but serious too, a mixture of things.
I remember the theater was closed for about 100 years, and now it's back open again.
Yeah. Well, oddly enough, the theater was being used by some entrepreneurs to put on rock music shows. And so we subleased the theater, and we were there for about, we subleased the theater, and no sooner did we do that than a arson occurred. We didn't know who did it at the time, so the entrepreneurs had to cancel their music shows because certain areas of the theater were burned. Projectors were destroyed. However, for our purposes, we could shoot around that in the theater. So we went in, we were there 3 weeks and a half, I think, finished our film and left. By God, no sooner had we left than we picked up the Chronicle to see another story that there had been another fire started by an arsonist. This time they had really destroyed the theater. The curtains no longer worked. Whole elements had burned. It was no longer usable for anybody, and it closed. It wasn't until many years later I was interviewing Michael and Sarah. He had come up to the Bay Area to do a Dracula play at the Palace of Fine Arts, of all places. And he was with an agent from Hollywood who told me that what really happened behind the scenes is that the Black Panthers had started the first fire to put the entrepreneurs out of business because they were competitive to what the Black Panthers were planning to do.
Goodness.
And when the first fire failed to completely destroy the theater, they were going to send the arsonists back. And someone said, wait a minute, a bunch of guys are going in there to make a movie, which would have been our Nightmare in Blood. And whoever was running the show said, well, okay, wait until they're finished, then finish the theater. So it was after we left, they finished off the Fox Theater. And for years, it was closed. It was not used after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's history you will never, ever hear anyplace else. Mr. Stanley, it has been a pleasure talking to you this short time. I was
awake?
So far. I don't know about the cameraman. I don't know about the cameraman.
I got some no-dose tablets.
You better give them to the cameraman. It's been a pleasure talking to you, John Stanley.
Same here.
Much success in your retirement years, and we're going to meet again.
Okay, thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Hey.
You're watching Comcast 27 Chabot TV. You're watching Comcast 27 Chabot.
I thought it was Comcast.
Comcast 27 Chabot TV.
Okay, 27.
Yes.
Okay.
You're watching Comcast 27.
Okay, ready? We got this. Ready?
You're watching Comcast 27 Chabot TV.